All right, fuck it, let's get it. Yes, sir. What's popping with y'all, man? Welcome back to another motherfucking episode of the Until Further Notice podcast. I am the flies, highest, coolest, smoothest host of them all. OG. Nah, man, hold on, man. It's the last episode of 2021. It's the last motherfucking episode of 2021. Let them niggas know who you is, B. Let them niggas know who you is, B. Oh, gee. Ash, man, you know the fuck it is, man. What's up with the motherfucking people, man? How the fuck is y'all doing, man? It's episode 73, man. We're on the grind of 100, man. This shit won't stop for a motherfucking soul. I tell you that shit each and every motherfucking week, man. I don't be lying. I want to say shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everybody around the world, man. It's tapped in, join this conversation, man. Hope you out there looking good, feeling good, staying safe, man. It's a whole lot of shit. It's a whole lot of shit going on, man, out there in them trenches, man. So hopefully out there looking good, feeling good, staying safe. Damn, man. End of 2021. Damn. This shit going by fast as a motherfucker, ain't it? You know, I want to say this, man, before I get into the docket. I know we got a lot of shit on the docket I want to get into, man, before I get the fuck up out of here for the year. You know, just from me to you, to the fans, man, I want to apologize for last week's episode. Your last week's episode was pure garbage, man. I ain't going to lie to you. Last week's episode was pure garbage, bro. From a quality standpoint, I don't know what the fuck happened, fam. I recorded the episode. Shit was all good. When I edited, the shit just sounded horrible to me. I didn't really want to put it out, you know what I'm saying? But I just put the shit out for some reason. For all my people that be watching the visual, you know, the visuals on YouTube on the Until FN YouTube channel. Shout out to everybody that's subscribed to that. Go subscribe to that, by the way, if you're not at Until FN, you on YouTube. Ring that bell, drop a comment, subscribe, all that good shit the YouTubers say. But for everybody that watches the YouTube channel who was waiting on the visual, my apologies. You know what I'm saying? I dropped the visual like, nigga, on what, Monday or some shit, Sunday or some shit like that. I dropped it late as fuck. It didn't come out on Friday as it usually does. I wish this episode will be coming out on time. Like I said, shit just happened, bro. The quality of the episode was so trash. I just didn't like the way it sounded. Plus, it was Christmas and shit like that. So niggas was ripping and running and shit like that. Getting pulled in all types of different directions, man. Celebrating holidays with the family and shit, which we're going to get into a little bit later in the podcast. But just from me to you guys, I apologize for that because I was a little bit upset with that episode. I ain't gonna lie to you. Once I listened back to it, I felt like the shit I was saying was, you know what I'm saying? It was a good episode for as far as the shit I was saying, but just the way that shit sounded, bro, it really made me, you know what I'm saying, step my, you know, it really made me think harder about the equipment I'm finna purchase and make sure I get the top-notch shit, the top-tier shit, so I can make sure that shit never happens again. But we got to step to 2022 on the right path. But like I said, man, we off that shit. I'm done apologizing, you niggas, B. I'm sorry, nigga. But it's the last show on the motherfucking me docket, man. Like it says, and 2021, man. It's the last episode, 2021 episode, motherfucking 73 on the grind of 100. So we gotta do a recap of 2021. We're gonna do a Christmas recap. We're gonna do the excitement that 22 holds for your boy in this podcast and for you guys and everybody that's tapped in on this audio adventure. We're gonna get into, you know, so I got some shit I gotta say about Tupac, man. I caught myself watching a fucking Suge Knight documentary on fucking Stars earlier. I don't know why the fuck I clicked on it, but I clicked on it, and it made me think about some shit I felt about Tupac that I never really expressed to a lot of people. A few people know how I feel about Tupac, but I really got to express myself on this platform because I'm kind of tired of the bullshit. We'll get to Kareem taking shots at LeBron. I think that nigga's salty at the inevitable, man. After another fantastic performance by LeBron James tonight, just to throw that in there. We're gonna talk about what the fuck is a stream. We gotta talk about what the fuck is a stream, man. As a content creator, it's really starting to piss me off, man. I've been talking about what the fuck is a stream. Joe Budden been talking about the shit for years now. But T-Pain dropped some shit on Twitter, man. It got everybody talking. And everybody want to know what the fuck is a stream, how you make money from streaming and shit like that. And it's all about music. But that shit bleeds over into the podcast industry as well. Because this is basically just like the fucking music industry at a certain point when it comes to all this streaming shit. But we're going to get into all that shit, man. We're going to get into a whole bunch of shit on this episode, bro, before we get the fuck up out of here. I'm just going to get into the Christmas recap, man. Christmas was great as a motherfucker, bro. I ain't gonna fake it. You know, if this is last week's episode, bro, whoever stuck through that shit. Listen to last week's episode, man. I told y'all how The episode's gonna be coming out on my dad's death anniversary. And I hate saying death anniversary, but that's that's what the fuck it is. And around that time of year, so the family is pretty gloomy. You know what I'm saying? My dad and my grandfather died on the same date, years apart, but same date. So the family is pretty down, especially for the sons of those individuals. And with this whole COVID shit, niggas be in the house, niggas be, shit, holidays just really ain't felt like holidays. But this year, I did step out, I went to chill with my family. We played pool, niggas was drinking, laughing, having a good time, music playing, dogs is running around that motherfucker, everybody in their Christmas onesies and pajamas and shit like that. Shit was a vibe, you know what I'm saying? It was a family vibe. Because, with this COVID shit, it's not too many times that everybody's in the same household together. So it felt good to see that food, you know what I'm saying? All types of shit. Like I said, drinks, weed, all types of shit, nigga. But it was a good moment to have because, and not to get too deep on the podcast, but I tell people all the time, or I've been telling people lately that, especially my little brother, in these moments is that you gotta cherish these moments, fam, because one thing this COVID shit has really opened my eyes to is that at any moment type shit, not just one, but multiple people in your family could tap out. You know what I'm saying? And with these moments, you got to make sure you cherish them because you don't know who it can be at any point in time. So me in those moments, I'm sitting back, scoping, seeing, observing and shit like that. Seeing people laugh, seeing people playing pool, seeing the dogs barking, playing with each other, and some people laugh, having a good time, music playing, dominoes, all types of shit like that. That shit, that's a memory that previously in my life, you know what I'm saying, prior to all this COVID shit, I truly, honestly, never would have even gave a fuck about because it would have been a normal occurrence, a normal event for your boy. But it's like now as I get older and especially going through this COVID shit, this Omicron or Morion crime, whatever the fuck this O shit is. Whatever this O shit is. It really just, heightened my senses that I need to really appreciate what the fuck what is going on and live in this moment. Because at any point in time, this shit can really motherfucking change. Niggas can tap out. I can tap out. You never fucking know. Niggas tap out every day, B. Niggas tap out every motherfucking day. But Christmas was a vibe, fam. I ain't gonna lie to you. Niggas was getting gifts. I got gifts. I got people gifts. Just being around the family was a good motherfucking vibe. Had interesting conversations with my peoples that I'm beginning to on this podcast. But it was just a good motherfucking moment, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a good motherfucking moment, bro. And hopefully everybody out there enjoyed y'all Christmas. Times like this, I really wish I had a lot live in call just so I can have them us call in so they can express how they felt this Christmas because it's different now. You know what I'm saying? I still feel like, we like 2 years into this COVID shit, but this shit's still fairly new. I still feel like this shit is different. Like I feel like everybody's Christmas and holidays is different now. Ain't nobody truly turning up how they used to turn up, or it just don't feel the same. Maybe it's just for me. I don't know. I am out here in Arizona, fam. It don't snow. It don't snow. I miss a snowy Christmas, bitch. That's what I miss. I can't wait to move from this motherfucker, man. But that's real shit, man. Moving on. Let's get into the 2021 year recap. You know what I'm saying? Now it's been fuck, my nose and stuff and shit. But it's been a lot. It's been a lot of shit that happened. So over the year of this podcast. Now, honestly, I could get into, the pop culture shit, all the shit that's happened in the news, the media, and all that. It's been so much shit, bro. I don't remember. I talked about so much shit on this podcast, bro. I don't even remember. That's one thing about 2021, but it was always something. So I think it'd just be much easier for me and much more meaningful for me to express to y'all the recap of this podcast. Because sometimes I truly don't be tripping off what I'm doing. Like I just think I just hop on the camera, hop on the mic, turn on the lights and just do some shit. But I never truly think about the growth of the podcast, the success of the podcast so far and shit like that. I don't think about shit like that. But as I sat back earlier, these last couple of days before I came here and recorded, I just thought about, the podcast and what it's done for me and what it's done for the people, it's been tapped in around the world. This shit is phenomenal, bro. Like I can't really shortchange this shit. Like I was gonna come in here and be on some humble shit, and I feel like I'm still humble, but I was gonna come in here on some like play it down. I can't do that no more. And the reason why I can't do that, fam, is because I got people that be tapping in from Australia, New Zealand, Germany, all over, bro. All over. I can't even list them motherfucker. Me. You know what? Fuck that. We finna list them motherfuckers, bro. Fuck it. I'm finna shout y'all out, man, because y'all really turned me. Y'all really made me feel away this year. I ain't gonna cap to you. But the reason why I really bring it up is because let me say Barbados, Germany, Russia, India, Ireland, Canada, Brazil, Netherlands, Egypt, Pakistan, South Africa, Singapore, Nicaragua, United Arab Emirates, Indonesia, Australia, Thailand, Kuwait. Shout out to all y'all, man. Shout out to all the countries around the world that's tapped into this conversation. Once again, I don't know how the fuck you do it. I can't believe this to this podcast, but shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Tap in, man. Let's keep doing this shit. But when you guys reach out to me, you tell me how this podcast has been helping you get through shit, or how you can't wait for the episodes and stuff like that. That stuff really does something for me. You know what I mean? That's the reason why when I bring guests on this podcast, people be thinking that I'm just bigging them up. So I'm on their nuts, or I'm hyping, I'm gassing them up. And that's not the case, fam. You know what I'm saying? And bringing these guests onto this podcast, I truly felt like that was something I need to do for this platform. Because when I first started this podcast, I told you guys I want to bring people here and I really felt should get their flowers. You know what I mean? I mentioned earlier, John Madden, once again, rest in peace. He passed away on Christmas Day. He had a documentary that aired where people just, sat back. All the people he impacted in life sat back and gave him his flowers on camera, just directly to him. And he was able to get that. Now, unfortunately, he passed away 3 days later, but he was actually able to get his flowers from people. And that's the main thing I want to do with this podcast, bro, because I honestly feel like people don't give people their flowers until other people start doing it. I truly feel like that. Now, it is tied to when people die, but even with that, until other people start publicly giving people their flowers, that's when other motherfuckers start doing it. And I ain't trying to do that, bro. I tell motherfuckers all the time, I believe in karma. I want my flowers, nigga. When it's time for me to tap out, I want to tap out knowing that I was appreciated. I want to tap out knowing that motherfuckers actually felt that I was a good dude. I truly motherfucking do. Now, there's some motherfuckers that may say that ain't genuine. He ain't doing it for the right reasons. Fuck you, bitch. Suck my dick. But no, in all seriousness, that's why I do it. I honestly feel those things about these people that I bring on this podcast. I ain't just saying they dope because we on camera. The fuck, nigga? If I don't think you dope, you're not coming on my podcast. That's truly what the fuck it is. It's motherfuckers that be wanting to come here all the time. I'm not gonna say no names because I truly fuck with them in real life. But nigga, if I don't think you got some dope shit to bring to the table and talk to the people about, what the fuck we gonna talk on here about? You know what I'm saying? The weather? No, bitch. We talk about real shit on this podcast. Like we truly do. So it was big for me to bring them people on here to talk to you guys and get those conversations to you guys, because I know that's truly what you guys want. From day one, ever since I started this podcast, people been telling me to bring people on here and express those, those views and have those opinions stay on this podcast. So I was happy that I was able to do that for you guys this year. This year has been a challenging motherfucking year as a content creator. It's been a hell of a motherfucking ride, because early on to this journey, it's crazy that 2021 went by so fast, because in 2020, when this shit first started, I didn't know what the fuck this was going to be. I still don't, but I kind of got an idea, because now I know I truly want to do this shit. Like, it's always been a goal of mine. It's always been a dream of mine. It's always been a possible passion project. But in 2020, I was so nervous because I did not know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know who I was trying to talk to. I didn't know if I was talking to myself. I didn't know. Yeah, I seen, you know what I'm saying, numbers here and there, but I just truly didn't motherfucking know. Now that you see niggas got better mic, niggas got a better camera, niggas got better lights now. Like money is starting to be invested into this project because now I understand that this just isn't about me no more. Like it's people actually telling me I'm impacting them and I'm giving them a positive view on life right now. I'm gonna take it back right fast. And I may be all over the place, but if you're a day one listener, you followed along pretty fucking well. I'm gonna take you back right fast to Christmas night. You know, this past Christmas, I had two conversations with people in my family. One was with my uncle. Shout out to my uncle. He let me know that me doing this podcast is helping him become a better person. Him seeing me do something that I truly believe in and dedicate my time and my life to is helping him do the same thing. Now, don't get it fucked up. My uncle good. Nigga got a good job. Wife got a good job. Beautiful family. Dogs. Nice house. Car. All that good shit. But like I was telling you that sometimes, man, people can get comfortable in their success. That's what I did. That's truly what the fuck I did. I became comfortable in my success. So that's why me doing this podcast was such a big deal, because it's like I'm doing something that's for me. Yeah, when you get comfortable in success, a lot of times you're not living in the moment. Sometimes you just other shit passing you by. You're not taking chances you're not taking the chances at certain opportunities in life because you're comfortable. I became in 2021 outside the podcast, I started tapping into my hustler mentality again, because for a few years I started to fall off. You know what I'm saying? I started to be comfortable with just getting that nice ass check. I knew what that check was gonna do for me. I knew I could make that shit work. I was good. But it's like, nah, fuck that. I said, nah, fuck that. I'm getting back on my motherfucking grizzly. If the grind don't stop on the podcast, the grind don't stop in real life. Now, whether it's that get another job, you know what I'm saying? You know, finding other ways to make ends meet, bring other revenues and money. It don't matter what the fuck it is. I made the shit happen, so I was proud of that as well. But like I said, when people get comfortable in their success, that shit can have pros and can have cons. Sometimes you gotta know when to stop, and sometimes you really gotta know when the fuck to keep going. So for my uncle to tell me that, you know what I'm saying, me doing this and having a positive impact on his life, that shit really made me feel good, bro. But that's why I do that shit to people on the podcast. That's why I bring the guests on here to have these conversations with you guys and give them their flowers and make sure I express to them just how dope they fucking are. I wasn't lying to Bilal. I wasn't lying to Savage. I wasn't lying to Champ. I wasn't lying to Big Glitch. I wasn't lying to Bree Bucks. I wasn't lying. And truly, I didn't give a fuck how it came off. Some people said I was nut riding, I was dick riding, I was flirting, when it's never the case with that. It's just me making sure I let these people know, nah, my nigga, I see you. Fuck all the bullshit. I see you. What's the picture that's going around? Meek Mill and Lil Baby and Jada Chavez, whatever the fuck her name is, flying around in a helicopter. Why do I know that? Why? But it's like with all that shit going viral, I see you though. And as long as I got a platform, I'm gonna continue to see you, and I'm gonna continue to make sure other motherfuckers see you. So it's big for me to bring them on, man, and do that, man. This podcast has just been phenomenal. Like I said, that the energy around it has been sensational. The steps we've been making, the strides we've been making towards success and towards greatness has been, you know what I'm saying, nothing short of phenomenal. So once again, I just want to say shout out to y'all, man. It just been great. The flow, you know what I'm saying, the flow with the podcast is everything has been the growth. Everything has just been, you know what I'm saying, more than I ever could have imagined. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it could have been more than I ever could have imagined. And I'm just happy that it's essentially something I tapped in and started doing, man. So once again, I want to say shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying, it's around the way that we tapped in, join these conversations, man. I truly appreciate all that shit, bro. I truly motherfucking me do. Which leads me to 2022. You know what I'm saying? Now, 2022, bro, I'm not going to say much, but I am going to say that in 2022, man, there's going to be a lot of changes made to the podcast. Some may like it, some may not like it. At this point in time, it was always part of the plan. So it is what it is type shit. But there's going to be some major announcements coming very, very soon towards this podcast. And hopefully you guys are open to it. I do know sometimes when you start something and people get used to it. Like, so we 73 weeks in, guys. Like, this is some shit that's like we getting closer to 2 years into this shit, into this audio adventure, into this visual adventure, this visual escape from the bullshit. We get very close to being 2 years into this. Like, everybody's been tapped in since day motherfucking one. So the changes may rub some people the wrong way, but the changes will be made, and they are very motherfucking necessary. I'm not gonna lie to you. So with those announcements coming very soon, I'm very excited to see where this podcast goes, bro. I'm very excited about the equipment that's going to be used on this podcast. I'm very excited about the people that I'm going to be tapped in with to help get these things done for the podcast, to help me network and branch off with possible recording studios or possible photographers and things of that nature. Man, the shit is just going to be phenomenal, bro. Like I caught myself the other day. So I was in the shower, bro, and it just hit me like all the ideas that I have for the podcast from the last 4 to 5 years, a lot of them shits is checked off already because I've already done it. I've already touched on certain topics. I've already opened up to you guys more than I've opened up to anybody in my motherfucking life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly can't wait for this podcast to reach more people just so they can understand what the fuck we doing over here. Just so they can see how special this shit is. Because I don't think people understand, bro. Like, and I'm not trying to I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna say I'm gonna get off this shit because I don't really feel like, you know what I'm saying, being on some cocky shit. Because I'm that's not where I'm trying to go with this, and I'm truly not trying to wrap the year up like that. But I've been listening to podcasts, bro, for 5 to 6 years type shit. Like, I was listening to Joe Budden shit when it was I'll name his podcast later. You know, so I was listening to Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz shit years ago when they first started the shit. Listen to Joe Rogan all that shit years ago, fam. And I can honestly say, fam, all that shit dope. Don't get it twisted. All that shit's phenomenal. They are the big fish. They are the examples of. They are setting the standard. You know, it's in the blueprint on how to make it. But I can honestly say, bro, my shit is different. Like, my shit is truly different. I'm not even like. That's how I know. That's how I know I'm doing it right. My shit is truly different. I can't find somebody's shit that's like this. And I'm not trying to be like nobody. I'm not trying to be like nobody. I'm trying to be me at all times. And that's the hardest part about this shit. Like, I don't even think content creators be saying it. Like, the hardest part about this content creating shit is being yourself. Like, I used to think being real was the easiest shit in the world. That's the hardest shit to do, fam. That's the hardest shit to do once you tap in into a different space. When you start tapping into different markets and trying to make money, being real is some of the hardest shit you can ever do in the world. Because being real don't sell. Being real is not what motherfuckers is looking for. Motherfuckers ain't looking for you to be real. Motherfuckers is looking for you to do what the next motherfucker is doing. Motherfuckers looking for you to bring exactly what they want. It's hard for motherfuckers to stay genuine and be themselves through and through. It's hard for motherfuckers to do that because they know it's a quicker way to get to where they trying to go. So it's hard, bro. As this content creating shit goes on, it's hard to stay authentic, bro. It's hard for me to just stay me. That's the hardest part about doing this shit. Let me say this. I'm gonna say this real fast because I want niggas to stop hearing me up saying this. I could easily, fam, bring in 5 bitches, 5 women. I can easily bring in 5 women on this podcast and have them talk about all the dicks they suck, all the niggas they talk crazy about in the group chat. I can easily have that shit happen, bro. I'm not interested. I don't want to know about this bitch I'm hitting on the low. The other nigga she fucking and sucking. Bitch, ew. Bitch, you played. Get your ass out of here. But I can easily do that, fam. But we do have ladies' nights coming very motherfucking me soon, bro. That's a sneak peek into, you know what I'm saying? The one of the announcements that's gonna be coming up very soon. The ladies' night episodes, but I'm gonna have at least. I'm gonna try to do live streams and shit like that. Let me get some of these out the way for y'all, man. Fuck it. We're going to have ladies' nights editions of this podcast. We're going to have OG editions of this podcast where I bring on some people that really influenced me growing up. I'm going to have all of them come on the podcast. We're going to have those. We're going to have, like I said, ladies' nights, the OG editions, the weekly live streams. We're going to have the fucking giveaways. We're going to have the motherfucking meet and greets. We're going to have all that shit, fam. Look, I'm not playing no more, fam. I'm going to start tapping in with my niggas that be making shirts and shit. Once I get this new logo printed out for you guys, we're going to try to get some merch out for you guys. Look, I'm not playing no more because I'm not playing. I know too many motherfuckers get into it, bro. I'm not motherfucking be playing, man. So 2022, all that shit was a long-winded motherfucking way of me saying, I'm excited. I'm excited. I can't wait to bring this shit to you guys, man. This shit has been phenomenal. 2021 has been great. Hopefully it's been great to you guys. Once again, I just want to say, shout out to everybody's been tapped into this audio adventure, man. Everybody's watching this visual escape from the bullshit. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Thank you. Fucking thank you, man. Moving on, man. God damn, Hatch. God damn, nigga. I know it's a nigga somewhere saying, hey, yo, my man. Hey, yo, my man. Move the fuck on. You know, I came across earlier, man. I came across this documentary of Suge Knight. What was it called? Last Man Standing or some shit on Stars. And obviously on past episodes I came here and I talked about how many more motherfucking me Tupac and Biggie stories, movies we gonna get. Like, damn, nigga, how many times you gonna try to make money off the dead? But I watched the Suge Knight one because, you know, Suge Knight not dead. And I was kind of hoping it was the one that was being produced by Nick Cannon. But it ain't. But it was kind of interesting to see. You know, it wasn't shit that that motherfuckers don't already know about Suge Knight, about Biggie, about Tupac. But it made me really think about Tupac. And when this Tupac nigga, man, well, first of all, rest in peace, bro. Whenever you talk about the dead, you just gotta say rest in peace, I guess. It's the right thing to do. But this Tupac nigga, man, he's the wildest case for me. Like, I don't get him. Like, no, I get him. I don't get people that really ride for him the way they do. Now, granted, I get the whole Brenda had a baby. You know what I'm saying? I get that shit. I get that, you know what I'm saying? Music touches many souls. And art is art, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully one day my art can touch people in some 25% of the way Tupac art affected people. I'll be straight. Hopefully my shit can go that way. But for the people that always be talking about how gangster Tupac was, how he was a thug and all that good shit, I don't see that when I see Tupac, fam. Like, we gave Tupac a pass, bro, for some fuck nigga shit. Like, niggas be getting on, like, what was it, Tekashi? Niggas was getting mad at Tekashi for joining the Bloods in his 20s. Like, niggas over the years been getting straight shit for joining gangs in their 20s and shit like that. That's exactly what the fuck Tupac did. Tupac joined a gang at 25 years old, fam. like what? Like, Tupac was a nigga that went to fucking Juilliard, not specifically Juilliard, but a fucking one of those type schools. The nigga, you see the interviews with him when he was 17, the shit he was talking about, the shit he was rapping about when he first came out, being a backup dancer in Digital Underground. Like, when you see all that shit, and then you just fast forward to the nigga that was the nigga that he was when he died, it's like, fam, something's off here. And I'm not saying nigga had a mental problem. No, this nigga was putting on a front. And the only reason why I feel comfortable with saying that is because everybody that any interview I've ever seen of anybody that was close to Tupac, anybody you would give a fucking, you would straight deem them credible, they all say the same shit. Tupac was not a gangster. Like, I felt like that looking at Tupac. I'm like, this nigga not a gangster. Like, I'm not saying because a nigga was a backup dancer or a nigga went to an acting school or because a nigga, you know what I'm saying, was talking about some smart shit as a child that he couldn't have been tough. I'm not saying that at all. Trust me, I'm not saying that shit at all. I'm not trying to say Tupac was pussy. I'm not saying nigga was pussy at all. By any means am I saying that. But what I'm saying is he wasn't a gangbanger. He wasn't the nigga that he was acting like he was. It's clear as day that wasn't him. It's clear as fucking day. But it's like for me, the people that always be championing Tupac, they don't be really talking about the Brenda got a baby shit. They don't be really talking about him really trying to stick up for black people type shit. They be talking about the death row days. They be talking about the thug Tupac. And I'm like, Tupac not a fucking gangster. He's not. Like that wasn't shit gang. Everything that I seen about Tupac, that Tupac was a follower. That's everybody that in these interviews that was close to Tupac, they all say the shit. He was a follower. They all say how that nigga was a very nice guy, very nice dude, but if the man that Suge Knight walk in the room, he'd flip a switch and turn to some totally different nigga. Or that when he got with Death Row, he was some totally different nigga. How one day out of nowhere, he got a fucking Mild Paru tattoo. One day out of nowhere, that nigga got he dressed in all red now. He wearing red bandana. Before that, the nigga was wearing blue bandanas with Snoop Dogg in them. And it's like, when I see shit like that, I identify with that because I know niggas that be doing that shit in regular life. And we call them bitch ass niggas. We clown them niggas. But it's like niggas just gave Pac a pass because what? Because he put words together? Because he was a rapper? If that's the case, then cool. But we can't act like this nigga wasn't on some fuck nigga shit. We can't act like he wasn't. I know a nigga wrote Brenda Got a Baby. I know a nigga he wrote Dear Mama. But that's the same nigga that turned around and joined the gang at 25. That's the same nigga that turned around and got the role as Bishop, and niggas started saying he started acting like Bishop in real life. Niggas weren't saying Tupac was like that before then. Niggas was not saying that. Like it's crazy to me. Like we gave Tupac a straight pass, and I'm not trying to call for niggas to start bashing Tupac since now he dead and shit like that. Trust me, I'm not. And I ain't even trying to say stop looking at him the way you look at him. It's just an observation for me, like, yo, fam, this nigga was on some fuck nigga shit. Like niggas like that, I call clowns. If you join a gang in your 20s, you're a clown. You're a pussy. You're a bitch. I'm sorry. You're all of the motherfucking above. You're a straight bitch, bucko. You're not that guy, buddy. You're not that guy. That's clear evidence that you knew you weren't that guy. If you join a gang at 25, that's clear evidence you knew you weren't that guy. That's as clear as motherfucking day. So it's just wild to me. And then like even the way he died, you know what I'm saying, the incident that led to his death. That's a clear case of a nigga that's getting into some street shit that's not a street nigga. If he was a street nigga, he would have knew that the nigga Orlando was a shooter. Everybody else knew because them niggas were street niggas. When you jump into some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you because you trying to put on for your homeboys, you trying to look down for the homeboys, that's clown shit. Like I know niggas in real life that do clown shit. My homeboys, when they do clown shit, I tell them they doing some clown shit. I don't just be like, nah, that's such and such. He cool. That's my nigga. He cool. No. When you do clown shit, I tell you doing clown shit. And Tupac was doing some clown nigga shit. So that's just watching that documentary. It just made me finally say, fuck it. I'm gonna come on the podcast and say it because my uncle, who I talked about earlier in the podcast, excuse me, he's a big Pac fan. Obviously, anybody over motherfucking me 25 is a huge Pac fan. Anybody over 25 is a huge Pac fan. So when I tell him all the time, like, fam, I don't look at Pac the way you look at Pac. Like, Pac was just a rapper to me. Like, he talked about some dope shit. Like, the shit he talked about, I fuck with. But I know when a nigga flip the switch. Like, we always get on other rappers' case about when they get caught doing shit to sell records. Pac did the shit nobody gave a fuck. Like, you go watch that documentary. Niggas that was close to Pac, nigga that grew up with Pac, they all say, bro, that shit he was saying, all eyes on me, and that Apocalypse, whatever the fuck that album was called. They was like, that wasn't Pop. They was like, they was like, that nigga probably was hurting saying them lyrics because they was like, that was not him. He was doing that shit because he had to sell records. So it's like we get on every motherfucking other rapper's case but Tupac. Everybody else but Tupac. It's the wildest shit to me, bro. I truly just sit back in amazement sometimes because that's another case. That's another clear example to me that sometimes, bro, it truly don't matter what the fuck you did. It only matters about who you are. Like, it truly only matters about who you are. Certain motherfuckers get away with doing certain shit. Like, it just depends on who the fuck you are and how, if motherfuckers like you enough. If motherfuckers like you enough, they let you get away with any motherfucking thing. And they let Tupac get away with being a fucking Juilliard acting ass nigga who could put rhymes together, who can rap about Black Panther shit. They let this nigga turn cold turkey and do a fucking 180, start getting thug life tattoos, Ma Paru tattoos, and start claiming bloods at 25 years old. That's the wildest shit in the world to me. A nigga joined the gang at 25 years old. That you're not that guy, buddy. You're not that guy. But one thing I did, one other piece of information that I got earlier today, even after I watched that documentary about the Tupac shit, he was trending on Twitter about one of his former girlfriends. That shit's so fucked up. One of his former girlfriends is auctioning off. She's selling her a poem that Tupac wrote her. And shit like that, bro. I just be thinking, like, imagine pouring your heart out to a bitch. Imagine pouring your heart out to a chick. You on some intimate shit. And then once you die, she sell that shit. Like, she didn't really give a fuck about you, bro. Like at a certain point in time, when do motherfuckers think about that? Like, this nigga, like, he truly wrote this to you, spilling his heart out to you, talking about how he want to be with you, how he wants you to be the love of his life type shit. But now that he dead and gone, you think it's cool to just sell this shit off? You trying to make some money off the shit? It's wild as fuck. And I'm not even saying I wouldn't do the same thing. Like, she trying to sell shit for like $95,000. Like, the motherfucker that buys a Tupac poem for $95,000, that's beyond super fan. That's just a nigga with a ticket that's just buying it because he got the bag. Because that poem wasn't even that dope. That's just some shit you say you got. And she trying to sell that shit for $95,000. Okay, bitch. Okay, bitch. But it's crazy. You know, it goes into the whole. That goes into the entire people being enamored with Tupac and Biggie Smalls. And sometimes I still try to think about why. Why do people still care so much? And truly, I think the only reason why I think about that because obviously we know, like I said, they two huge artists. You know what I'm saying? They excuse me. They were phenomenal, you know what I'm saying, musicians. They touched a lot of people with their art. But it just I look at things like that, like motherfuckers trying to profit off the dead type shit. Like, when you try and sell a poem that somebody dead wrote you for $95,000, you just trying to come up off the dead, off that person's name. When I see all these documentaries, every 2 weeks about who killed Tupac, who killed Biggie, what murders unsolved. Like, every 2 weeks, bro, it's a new documentary, a new TV show, a new spinoff of this whole Tupac and Biggie shit, new movie. Like, I always just circle back to how many times and how long is people gonna really profit off the dead. Like, I be wanting to know how much royalties and, you know what I'm saying, percentage points that they family be having off that shit. Because something is really telling me, besides those movies that's like strictly where they come into the family type shit, I don't think Tupac and Biggie family is getting a penny from that shit. And that's the saddest part about all that shit. Now, when you see all this money being made, all this money being generated off two dead men that's been dead for 25 motherfucking years, 25 years, bro. Tupac died 96, man. Like, Tupac died 96. Biggie died, 11 months or 18 months after that? Some shit. Some wild, not too soon after that. I mean, not too long after that. Biggie died. These niggas been dead for 24, 25 years, dog. Like, these niggas been dead. And it's been so much money generated off them dudes, bro. Like, I'm talking about hundreds, maybe probably even billions at this point. Who knows how much the movies did at the box office? Who knows what the shows generate and revenue, you know what I'm saying, ad sales and motherfucking me, what the producers and shit got paid, the cuss, the actors got paid. It's so much money and so much revenue being generated off these two dead men for a quarter fucking century. And I really feel like nobody's giving a dime of that shit to the family. They say Tupac died with a few hundred in his bank account, dog. Like, it's truly a fucked up situation, bro. It truly fucking is, bro. I do encourage everybody to go check out that documentary on Suge Knight, Last Man Stand, I believe it's called, on Stars, man. Go check that shit out, but just to get some insight on what the fuck was really going on with that nigga Suge Knight. Because he was another nigga they was saying he wasn't even a gangbang. He just, once he started getting money, a nigga just started turning gangster and he started wearing red with his homeboy. I guess, bro. Any nigga that joined a gang and they a grown ass man, you're a clown, bro. I don't give a fuck how much money you get. That's just truly how Hatch feel. Real shit. Moving on, man. This hurt my heart, man. It's Laker on Laker crime, man. Let's get into Kareem, man. Is Kareem taking more shots at LeBron, bro? Is he just salty at the inevitable? You know, man, Kareem has been saying, he's been making a few statements on LeBron lately. The whole COVID shit. He real big on making sure Bron don't say shit negative about COVID. He was mad at Bron for doing the I got big balls dance after he hit a big three. He just been saying, he been making a lot of comments on Bron, saying goats don't do this, don't do that. You supposed to be bigger than this. And it's like, it's just weird to me that now that Kareem is saying all this shit, now it's pretty obvious that if Bron just stay healthy, he gonna break that shit. He had another phenomenal fucking game tonight, even though they fucking lost against the Memphis Grizzlies, which I knew they was, unfortunately. It's interesting to see Kareem do this because I never looked at Kareem as this type of dude. I know when Kobe was on pace for before he tore his Achilles, I never heard Kareem say shit like this. Maybe because he wasn't as close as Bron. But I just feel like he getting salty because Bron is going to break his record. I truly feel like Kareem felt like that record would never be broken. A lot of people did. I truly felt it wouldn't. I truly felt it would. Once I seen Kobe go down, I truly didn't think the record would ever be broken. Even when I seen KD tear his Achilles, I'm like, oh, that record would never be broken. And to see LeBron just steady giving niggas 35, 37, 39 points, and he turned 37 tomorrow. So once happy birthday, LeBron, once this episode drops. To see him still doing that, I think Kareem even sitting back like, what the fuck? Niggas already don't look at me as the greatest player of all time, which they should. I do. I got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the greatest basketball player to ever live. From high school, collegiate, into what he did in the pros, it's unmatched. It's unmatched. Nigga never lost in high school, never lost in college. They didn't even let him dunk in college. That's how unfair. They didn't even let that man dunk in college. And then he came over to the NBA and killed niggas. He got the same amount of rings as Jordan. Then he got the MVPs, the match. He got all that shit. And he was the greatest scorer of all time. He got the only unstoppable move in NBA history. But it's like with Kareem, he like, damn, if a niggas not even call me the greatest of all time, at least I had that record. At least niggas always had to say, I'm the all-time leading scorer. If that shit get broken, like, oh, Kareem gonna feel a way about this. He got to. If you already don't look at me as the GOAT, I'm gonna get mad when you do take away my only motherfucking acknowledgement of greatness that y'all give me. He gotta be salty about that. I don't give a fuck who you are. And I think it's truly showing right now. Because any little thing he can really take a jab at LeBron on, he does it. And it's becoming way more frequent. It ain't some shit where it's like once a season. He just said at least 3 to 4 things the last month alone. Like, dude just been saying shit. And I be trying to make sure it's like direct quotes from Kareem. These be coming straight from Kareem. And I ain't heard LeBron, you know what I'm saying, respond to this shit. I don't really think you can. Like, as a basketball enthusiast and as the face of the NBA, as a Laker, You know what I'm saying? Somebody that at this point in time, if LeBron win one more ring, maybe not even win one more. If he break this record as a Laker, he'd probably be remembered more as a Laker than anything. Because he'd have been with the Lakers. He's going to be with the Lakers for what, at least 3 more years? That'd be longer than any other. His team with the Lakers would be longer than any other team. It'd probably match the first stint in Cleveland, but he didn't win a ring in Cleveland. He won a ring with the Lakers, and he's going to break the scoring championship as a Laker. Like, come on, my nigga. He'd fuck around and be remembered as a Laker more than anything. A Laker, then the Heat. Then, you know what I'm saying, Cavs as well. But he going to be retired as a Laker. So I just think at wearing all those hats, he can't say shit to Kareem. And I think I'm pretty sure Bron know where this shit coming from. Like he know, oh, that nigga getting salty. He know I'm coming for his ass. Ain't nobody immune to being salty. I tell you that motherfucking much. So it's just it's weird. It is weird to see. I didn't expect that coming from Kareem, but it just lets me know that nigga watching the scoreboard and the stat sheet just like every motherfucking me body else, bro. Real motherfucking me talk. I do want to say this, you know what I'm saying? I do want to say this real fast before we move on, because I seen a question, and it was floating around talking about what would be more impactful for LeBron's legacy, to win another ring or to break the scoring record. And I honestly feel like breaking the scoring record would do more for LeBron James' legacy than another ring. Just because I honestly feel like if he wins another ring, that won't get him closer to the Jordan debate. I truly don't think it will, just because I feel like people are too dug, and the people that's down on that hill, they're already on that hill, and they not budging for nothing. But I truly feel like if LeBron break the all-time scoring record, I don't really think it's too much to really talk about at that point in time. Because at this point in time, each generation, the championships get lower and lower for the nigga who got the most. Bill Russell had 11. Jordan got 6. Kobe got 5. Kobe and Magic got 5, even though Magic was before Jordan. But Bill Russell got 11. Jordan got 6. Tim Duncan and Kobe got 5. And if Bron tap out with 4, fam, that's right on par. That's truly right on par. That's right on par with the competitiveness of the league. That's right on par with his dominance of making it to 10 straight finals. That's there. So it's like, I honestly think him breaking the Kareem's record would like shut a lot of shit up, because like he got all the records, and he got 4 rings, and he got 4 MVPs, and he got the Olympic gold medals. You know what I'm saying? It's like at a certain point in time, it's like, and his longevity was what, 18 years? If you don't want to count his first year, his longevity was 18 years, man. But I truly think that record would do a lot for LeBron's legacy, and I think he know that. I think he know him wearing another ring, he's still gonna be less than Jordan. So it's like motherfuckers still gonna be like, Jordan got 6, but at least like Jordan ain't got 36, 37, 38,000 motherfucking points either, motherfucker. I truly feel like that. But moving on, man. The question of every content creator, man, is what the fuck is a stream? What the fuck is a stream, man? I talked about it on past episodes. Because it's like when you're not a content creator, you truly don't trip off, you know what I'm saying, stream. You just see niggas' numbers and be like, oh, that's their numbers. Like, if niggas got 100,000 views, niggas will sit there and be like, oh, it's been 100,000 people that watched that. No, it's not like that at all, my nigga. It's not like that at fucking all. T-Pain, he dropped a picture that on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Shit went viral, got everybody talking about it, brought the conversation back up about streams. And for streaming platforms, you know what I'm saying, to make $1, to make $1 from these streaming platforms, this is how many streams they need. So for Amazon Music to make $1, they need 249 streams. For $1, they need 249 streams. Apple Music, they need 128. Tidal Music, they need 78. Napster, they need 53. Deezer, never heard Deezer. I don't know what the fuck that is, but they need 156. Pandora, 752. YouTube Music, 1,250. Spotify, 315. They need all that shit for $1. For each streaming platform, they need those. They need to hit those number of streams to make $1. Like, that's nuts. And the reason why I really bring it up is, nigga, I don't make music. I ain't dropping no monthly mixtape no time soon. But I did say I'll drop a 2-song EP after the 100 episode. I did say I'll do that, bro. I stick to my word with that, man. After the 100 episode, I'm gonna drop a 2-song EP just for the monthly friends of the show, man. But the reason why I brought it up again on the podcast is because, you know, as once upon a time, a long time Joe Budden listener on his podcast, he was a big advocate of it. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is a stream? Like, how many streams make a stream? Like, how long you need to listen to make a stream? All that bullshit. And I felt him, because even as a listener, I was like, yeah, nigga, as just in business, nigga, that's some important shit to know. And I was, you know, thinking about getting into this field. And once I got in this field, bro, that's why I really never trip off the views and shit like that. It's nice to see the shit. You want to have a nice amount of views, but I never truly trip off, because I know whatever they saying is there, it's more. Because as you see, you need 249 of these motherfuckers just to make $1. But they're not telling you what exactly makes a stream. A stream isn't just every time you click on it. I seen some shit to where a stream is after some shit has been listened to 10 times. Some shit got listened to 10 times for it to be considered one stream. So if you got 100 streams and your shit got listened to 10 times, why motherfuckers can't automatically think your shit listened to 100,000 times? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what the fuck is a stream? And I think as a content creator, that shit angers me the most, and angers content creators the most, because with the money that's coming into this shit, people really don't know what the fuck, how much money they missing out on. Now, I mean, I want to say this, you know, I want to make this loud and clear. Podcasting, 99% of people that make podcasts don't make no money off their podcast, fam. And I'm not talking about, you know, little ad money, you know what I'm saying, with that shit. Even with generating ads and shit like that, with the ad money, with the streams, it don't work with just 13 people. You need 13 streams to hit a mark, and 13 people to your episode. Now you hit that mark. No, fam. You need hella more than 13 to hit 13 streams. So it's the wildest shit ever. And T-Pain talking about it on the music side of things, where it's like musicians are being fucked and out of their art and out of their content, and they being fucked out of all this money. It's the same thing for podcasters, fam. Podcasting ain't shit but the new music industry. And I don't want to say new music like it's taking over, but it's like it's the same model. It's literally the same model. The system is the exact fucking same. So knowing that 99% of podcasters not even really getting no money, not getting no type of money off this shit, think about that shit. Think about how many podcasts out there. How many niggas you really think is getting money off that podcast? Joe Rogan, Joe Budden, the niggas with the network deals and shit like that. Them the only niggas that's making money off that shit. Niggas like me and regular niggas like, we ain't making no money off this shit, nigga. Nigga, this is me putting money into this shit to hopefully make money out off this shit one day. Like that's what niggas is doing. So when you see, who is that? Joe Budden. He put his stats out today. 2 million streams and shit like that. It's much more than 2 million streams. Like just 2 million people is more than 2 million people clicking on that shit. Because what the fuck is a stream? Like it's so much that goes into making one stream that it lets you know how much money is truly being fucked over right now. It's so much money in this podcast shit that nobody knows what the fuck to do with it, because they don't know exactly how much it is. It's just a lot. Like it's just the only people that know that shit is Spotify, is Apple Podcasts, is Amazon, Tidal, Deezer, Pandora. They know what the fuck a stream is. They know the exact value of a stream. They're not gonna release that information to the people, bro. I don't know that shit. There's not a content creator out there that knows the exact numbers. There's not one. Niggas know they stats. Niggas know the stats that these people give them. I know exactly what Spotify give. I know what Apple Podcasts give me. I know what Audio Mac showed me. I got the numbers. I know what Anchor showed me. I know that shit. But I know that those aren't the numbers that they looking at. The numbers they looking at is more than the shit they give me. That's just how the game go. It ain't gonna let you know how much you really eat. You know, that's just how the game motherfucking me go, bro. So it just speaks to what the fuck is a stream, man. I came across some information about Spotify. Spotify CEO. Spotify CEO Daniel Ek is worth $3.8 billion. Let me say that again for the people in the back, man. Spotify CEO Daniel Ek. Let me see if I can let me see. Look at it. My shit all cracked up. Never mind. Never mind. My shit all cracked up. I gotta get a new phone, man. I'm gonna finally get a new phone, but I didn't drop this shit too many times, man. But Spotify CEO Daniel Ek is worth $3.8 billion. He literally sells music other people create and pays them virtually nothing. Like I just broke down the chart for y'all. What is it, Spotify? You need to make 315 streams to make $1. You need 315 streams to make $1 on Spotify. And Spotify CEO Daniel Ek is worth $3.8 billion. He ain't even like this nigga. I don't even know if he's the founder, but it don't say founder. It say CEO. This nigga's CEO and worth $3.8 billion. And all he do is sell other niggas' music. He don't make it. He don't make not one beat. He don't put a percussion on that motherfucker. He don't even get niggas water while they making the shit. He don't go get the donuts with the jelly. He don't do none of that shit, bro. Daniel Ek sells our shit. Daniel Ek got the platform where I put my podcast on that shit. Daniel Ek is worth $3.8 billion. Selling niggas pennies on multiple dollars. Not one. He giving you pennies on every $5 bill. On every $5 bill, he giving their ass pennies. And he's worth $3.8 billion. He's never written a song in his life. And he's worth he's 3 times richer than Paul McCartney, fam. Daniel fucking Ek. Shout out to you, nigga. Shout out to Daniel Ek. I'm not hating at all. I'm just letting the people know out there, like, this is what content creators have to go through. And I ain't complaining about the shit. Well, I am complaining about the shit, but it's like, I'm so new into the shit where it's like, I'm aware of what's going on, where I can't see myself making some mistakes that other people has made. Because I'm privy to this information. And I want to make sure y'all are too, because I know there's niggas out there that want to make podcasts. Y'all be reaching out to me, hit me up and shit like that. Do that shit. But don't get into this shit thinking that, oh, I got 1,000 followers on Instagram or 1,000 followers on Twitter, 1,000 followers on Facebook. If I get 1,000 views, nigga, I'm eating. It don't work like that, buddy. It don't work like that, dog. You get money when you popping. When you sign a deal or some shit. When your shit start bringing them millions of views, them 100,000 views and shit, you gonna get some money off that. It ain't gonna be no life-changing money. Not no 100,000. Nah, it ain't gonna be no life-changing money. Nah, you still have a job. You still have a job, bro. Or if not, you gonna check from YouTube. Same shit. But it's just funny to me. You know what I'm saying? As a content creator, as artists, you musicians, motherfuckers go through so much shit, and motherfuckers go through so much of not knowing where all their money at, not having all what's due to, what's rightfully owed to them. Motherfuckers go through so much, fam. And you look up and this nigga's like Daniel Ek, who ain't wrote not one bar, who ain't putting not one hook together. He ain't putting not one beat here, not one beat there, not called nobody, to hook up no producers with no artists. But he getting all the money off these niggas' music. All the money off these niggas' music. That's some wild ass shit, bro. That's some wild ass shit. We got, man. Moving on, bro. We got some quick hits before we get the fuck about this motherfucker, bro. Yeah, bro. Let me get this quick. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is back. Now I told you he's gonna come back. I talked about on the podcast when he came out and, did the whole, he went live on Instagram Live and shit like that, was saying a whole bunch of fucking nothing. I told you he was just setting it up to when he do come back, he don't like a hypocrite. I'm interested. I'm be honest with you. When he wasn't playing, I really didn't think about him at all. But I am interested just to see some good basketball, some entertaining basketball. I know a lot of people pick my homeboy. He putting money down the Nets already so they gonna win the finals. I don't know. I truly don't know how this part-time shit gonna work. Like, you gotta hope that you don't go to a game 7 on the road. You gotta hope that a big game isn't won on the road early in the series. So you gotta hope that the chemistry isn't thrown off. Like, you got niggas like James Harden, who the last 2 games he's been balling because he's been out there by himself. But we was out there with KD. He wasn't looking good. He was looking like he's looking the OKC James Harden. That wasn't good enough. And then you talking about bringing Kyrie Irving in, he's just gonna play on the road. So what, you gonna tell James Harden to turn it up at home? You already see how that worked. So it's like, it's gonna be interesting to see. I still got, defending champs. They're looking pretty good with Giannis. They defending champs, so you gotta at least give them the you gotta give them the potential to beat them niggas because they beat them last year. I don't give a fuck if James Harden was hobbled. Don't get on the court, bitch. You up on that court, nigga. You look healthy to me. You healthy enough. You laced them up. You hurt. You hurt. You ain't injured. Everybody hurting out there. That nigga Giannis dislocated his knee and came back 2 days later in the finals. So shit happens, bro. You gotta play through that shit. But I am interested to see. Like I said, I got the Bucks still until they prove me otherwise. They just fall out and tank out. Giannis made me a believer. AD really made me a believer. Giannis, I knew Giannis was Giannis, but AD really made me a believer. Giannis, it was just disrespectful to ever even put him on the same conversation as Giannis. To be honest with you, it was just disrespectful as fuck to Giannis. Giannis deserves better. He deserves better. But it is interesting to see Kyrie Irving back. He pulled it off. Nigga, the first part-time NBA player ever. He pulled it off. He pulled off the unthinkable type shit. So shout out to you for standing on something. That's one thing I always say, bro. It don't matter what it is, bro. If you stand for something, I can't do nothing but respect you. No matter if I agree with you or not, I can't do nothing but respect you. And it was never about me having a problem with him taking the vaccine, bro. I didn't give a fuck about that. It was about him leaving his brothers in arms on stuff. That's truly what I gave a fuck about. I gave a fuck about Kyrie Irving leaving James Harden, leaving Kevin Durant, leaving all those other guys on the roster with looking like they ain't know what the fuck was going on. He brought all them niggas to Brooklyn. He did that shit. Niggas was going to New York Knicks. He convinced Kevin Durant to go to Brooklyn, as the reports say. So it's like with all that information going on, and he was doing the shit he was doing when it came to the bubble, all that shit just made me look at Kyrie Irving in a total different fashion. I don't like drama queen ass niggas. I get enough of that shit from my bitches, bro. I get enough of that shit from my bitches, bro. I don't accept drama queen ass niggas, bro. And that's what Kyrie Irving is. But when you stand for something instead of like Aaron Rodgers lying about shit, Antonio Brown lying about shit, when you actually stand for something, I can't talk shit, bro. I can only respect you and keep it pushing. It don't impact me in no fucking way. Real talk. What else, man? Before we get the fuck up out of here. Oh, the IRS. IRS is coming for that weed money, nigga. The IRS, man. Reports that came out about the IRS, man. They released news talking about any income that was obtained from illegal activities like dealing drugs must also be claimed on your taxes, fam. They watching your Insta stories, B. They see you posting the Zaza packs. They watching you. They watching you, fam. They got eyes on all you niggas, bro. You know it's fucked up, and they want you to claim the money that gram you just sold. They want you to put that on your 1040, my boy. They want you to straight. They want you to acknowledge that you selling drugs. And the fucked up part about it is, it's gonna be niggas that do that. You can't sit here and tell me that it ain't finna be niggas that actually do that. It's too many niggas that's on IG Live and on Facebook Live and shit, on Snapchat with a 30-round clip. And that motherfucker got bodies on it. It's too many niggas I know that's stupid. I know a lot of stupid niggas. And I know a lot of stupid niggas that sell weed. I know a lot. It's like it go hand in hand. It's like a lot of stupid niggas sell weed. Some way, somehow, them niggas picked up selling weed. Them niggas stupid as fuck. I know a lot of them niggas. And I wouldn't put it past them to put that shit out on their taxes. Like, oh yeah, and I did make about 5 racks. I made about 5 racks on the Kush, on the Zaza. I can imagine you niggas, bro. The IRS trying to get any stupid nigga by any time, by any means necessary, bro. They truly motherfucking is, bro. That's some of the funniest shit. When you combine that with the way the CDC acting right now, when you put those two together, only in America, bro. Only in motherfucking America, B. What we got? Cube. Oh, yeah, Ice Cube tired of the bullshit. Ice Cube tired of the bullshit, man. Ice Cube been taking slack for Chris Tucker not being on the Friday franchise since he ain't show up for next Friday. People been asking Cube about that shit since day motherfucking one, bro. Like, I've always heard the rumors about, Ice Cube wasn't paying nobody no money to make Friday. And I always sat back and thought, like, nigga, Friday wasn't supposed to be a hit. Like, if you just sit back and watch Friday was never supposed to be a hit. Like, I've heard Q talk about when he married Friday. He was just making a movie. He didn't think it was gonna be what it was. Like, motherfuckers be forgetting, like, bro, I was born in 95. I didn't even know Friday came out before 95 type shit. I literally thought Friday just came out in the 90s, probably late 90s type shit. And just, as I grew up, I just watched it. Like, Friday's been out for damn 30 years, dog. Cube didn't know this movie was gonna be a hood classic like that. He didn't know it was gonna be. It's bigger than a hood classic at this point. Nigga, everybody watched Friday. I know white people that love Friday. So it's like when Cube said it only took like 2.5 million to make that movie. That ain't shit in the movie making industry. Even in the 90s, fam. Even in the fucking 90s, 2.5 million to make a movie, that ain't shit. So it's like when you take that and you combine that with how it was just a movie, I don't see nobody really getting paid off that shit. He was saying, because, Faizon Love be complaining about the shit. He was like, nigga, Faizon Love got paid for a day's work. Like, he didn't get paid he got paid for a day's work. When you truly think about it, Faizon Love was only in Friday for like 2 scenes, my nigga. He was literally in Friday for like 2 scenes. How much money do you think you finna make off 2 scenes off a fucking Ice Cube movie? Think about in the 90s. Like, the first movie, what the fuck you think you finna make off that shit? Like, honestly, what the fuck you think you finna make? This is the first Ice Cube movie. Come on, my nigga. Like, niggas gotta stop the capping. But with the whole Chris Tucker shit, niggas was always saying that Ice Cube, they didn't want to pay Chris Tucker that money. And it kind of made sense because, then you start seeing Chris Tucker and Rush Hour and shit like that get $100 million checks for that movie and shit like that. So it's like, why would he go back to Friday, nigga? If I'm getting $100 million to do Rush Hour, why the fuck would I come do a job for $5 million? Some shit like that. So it's like Cube been taking a lot of slack for that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I've always seen it growing up. Niggas was mad at Cube for not having Chris Tucker in. Niggas was always saying they want Smokey to come back. Had Smokey and Day type shit. But Cube had time. Cube had time the other day, bro. Cube went on Twitter. Cube was replying to motherfuckers. Cube was like, that was a whole bunch of bullshit. He was like, the reason why Chris Tucker did not come back into next Friday is because of religious beliefs. He said Chris Tucker told him that he didn't want to smoke and smoke and cuss on camera due to his religious beliefs. And I had heard that before, but I had never heard that from Tupac. Not Tupac, Ice Cube. I never heard that from Cube. So it's like when Cube say that, because he also said that Chris Tucker was offered 12.5 to do next Friday. Now, once again, 12.5 million compared to 100 million. Come on, my nigga. Like, I probably wouldn't did the shit either. But if that was a movie that put me on, I about would have did it just to say I did it. That's the character that put me on type shit. Like, I gotta give Cube that solid. But he told Cube he didn't want to smoke and do that shit, smoke and cuss and shit like that on camera due to his religion. I mean, what the fucking Cube do? Like, Cube moved the fuck on it when he got Mike Epps and made Mike Epps a star. Like, what the fuck? Like, I feel Cube all the way. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I wasn't gonna say to a certain extent I feel him, but it's like Nigga, if I'm offering you $12.5 million, you not taking it. We ain't got shit to talk about. I mean, you can go worship whoever the fuck you worshiping, bro. This check is getting cashed by somebody. Somebody finna get this bread, my nigga. If your God don't want it, mine's do. Mike Epps does, motherfucker. Fuck the bullshit. So I totally felt cute. I just felt that was funny as fuck. He was truly going off on motherfuckers about that shit all day. And he wasn't just responding to one motherfucker. He was responding to hella people about that shit. He was trending on Twitter about that shit. Q really had enough of the bullshit. That's funny as a motherfucker, bro. But shit. I ain't gonna fake it. I think that's about it, fam. Yeah, fuck it. We getting out this motherfucker, bro. That's how we gonna end the year, bro. Fuck it. Let me say this before we wrap this motherfucker on up, bro. Last episode, 2021. Hell of a motherfucking year. Productive motherfucking year. Fast-paced motherfucking year. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, man, just because I felt like everybody's been tapped in on this audio adventure. Everybody's been tapped in on this visual escape from the bullshit. We've all grown together, fam. Like y'all seen me grow a lot. Like I hate watching these videos and listening to this shit back because I be so embarrassed about the shit I be saying on this podcast, bro. But once I get that shit out of my system, bro, it does so much for me. It does so much for me just letting me know that I can open up. I can let walls down. I can let motherfuckers actually know the real Hatch. And by me doing that, it's people out there that's seeing me lead by example, so to say. And they doing that shit as well in their everyday life. And it's really just building all the friends of the show to be some strong motherfuckers, bro. Men and women. Shout out to all ladies of the show, lady friends of the show. It is building us up. So it's like we've all grown together. And I never really thought I'd be in a position to feel like that. You know, so I always had an idea. This is something I want to do, but you never truly know how it's going to play out. And it's still getting started. It's just getting started. It's nowhere near where I want it to be, the ultimate goal. But just to see the people. It can be a few people. It can be two people. I don't give a fuck. To see even one person truly grasp, you know what I'm saying, the overall goal and objective of this podcast, and they get it, and they truly they feel it, and it's working for them. It made me feel like I can never fail, bro. It truly does. It made me feel like I can never fail because I know it's motherfuckers out there that's feeling like me, that look like me, that think like me, that talk like me, that want to hear what the fuck I'm saying because they go through that shit and they don't know where else to go for it. That's truly what the fuck it is. Niggas don't know where else to go for this shit. It's that real raw shit, fam. This is truly what the fuck this is. It's that real raw uncut shit. And niggas be wanting that shit, man. Niggas want this free game, bro, and I'm giving it to them. But I just want to say, shout out to everybody around the world, bro. Everybody around the world, man. All those countries I listed off earlier in the podcast, man. Shout out to y'all. Without y'all, man, I truly don't know what the fuck I'd be doing, man. I probably would have stopped doing this shit. Who knows, man? But I want to shout out to everybody that's tapped and joined the conversation, man. I truly love and appreciate all the support. Let's keep building this empire brick by motherfucking brick. Make sure you rate, review, subscribe to the podcast, wherever you listen to the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Audio, Mac, Anchor, Google Podcasts, etc., etc. We everywhere, man. We pulling the fuck up. You just make sure you there. You just make sure you there, my nigga. Rate, review, subscribe everywhere, man. If you're watching on the Untitled FN YouTube channel, what up? Ring that bell, subscribe, drop a comment, all that good shit, man. Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Subscribe to the Untitled FN YouTube channel. Big announcements coming very, very, very soon. And always remember to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to join the conversation. But it's all love these ways, man. You know how the fuck I give it up, man. Never let them sidetrack you with the bullshit. Always keep the main thing the main thing. Stay safe, stay sharp, stay sane. And I y'all niggas in 2022, man. I'm out this motherfucker. You dig? We out this motherfucker, man. 2021. Damn, this shit crazy, man. That shit wild as fuck, bro. We step into 2022 like some fucking bosses, bitch. I'm a boss, bitch. We out this motherfucker, man. Peace.